Hello, everybody. This is Jimmy Stevens here from Rocky Mountain Live with Carly Mackerras from Banff. From Banff right now, but you are actually an Aussie musician staying in Banff on a working holiday visa. So we're going to talk to you a bit today about your experience here as an Aussie musician. So your time here is ending soon. So tell us about how you got here and how you got involved in the music scene, Carly.
Hey, yeah, it is ending soon. I actually leave on the 1st of October, which is really sad. I'm really sad to go. I'd love to stay a bit longer. All the last few gigs have been coming up and it's been hitting me a little bit harder, but I got here in October 2023. I used to gig at home in Australia. I'm from near Byron Bay, but I will say Northern Rivers, New South Wales, for people who don't know. I used to gig with my dad for 6.5 years in that area and in the Gold Coast area as well. Had never solo gigged, had always just been in a duo, and then went traveling in Europe, came here straight afterwards, and kind of thought, oh gosh, I should probably start practicing some music again, and was getting a bit of an itch for it again. So I just started practicing some songs, and then I ended up at Tommy's pub here in Banff on a Wednesday night for the open mic night. And it was actually just after the first entry rounds for Tommy's pub, the Unplugged competition, Tommy's Unplugged. And Garry Gonis, who runs that and runs all of the Wednesday night open mic nights, kind of came up to me after I did a few songs and just said, "Why didn't you enter the competition that we just had?" And I was like, "Oh, I just got here. I didn't know there was a competition." So there was another entry round the week after, and he just said, get a half-hour set together and come back next week and enter. And I did, and he really encouraged that, which was great because it just gave me a little kick in the butt to get started with practicing my music again and learning my own set because I'd never done that before. I just played the tambourine and sang normally back in Australia, and I ended up actually winning the 2023 year for Tommy's Unplugged, which was great. I guess maybe I was one of the more recent just solo artists to win that, I think Garry said. So that was mid-December 2023, and then Garry took me to Three Bears and introduced me to the manager there, and they didn't really have any open spots, but then by the 5th of January, they called me in for a cancellation, and then straight after that gig, they emailed me and said, "Hey, yep, we want you in every Saturday. Is that cool? Do you want a regular spot?" And I was like, "Of course I would love a regular spot." So it happened really quickly. It was like maybe, I think the competition started the 1st of December or the very end of November, and then ended towards like mid to end December. And then, yeah, by the 5th of January, I had a regular spot at the brewery, the Three Bears Brewery in town, which I think is kind of a little coveted, spot to have. It's a really good place to play.
Yeah, for sure. So you said a few interesting things right there. So first of all, being from Byron Bay, they have an awesome blues festival there,
Yes.
and I believe Jack Johnson has a house down there.
I'm gonna agree with that. I
I
don't know.
actually
But
had
probably yes.
we work with a lot of Aussies here in Banff, and last summer I worked with some people who swore that Jack Johnson was Australian. I'd be like, no, he is actually American, but they're like, no, he lives in Byron Bay. Like
Uh-huh.
they swore that they I think they just tried to claim Jack Johnson down in Australia
You know
basically.
what? I actually probably would have said the same thing. I would have had no. I would have said, yeah, yeah, he's Australian, sure.
Yeah,
Shows
so
how much we know.
yeah, they have an awesome blues festival down there. So any music lovers, if you're actually heading down to Australia at any point, check out Byron Bay Blues Festival because it's an awesome program down there.
It is. It's amazing. I've been probably 5 or 6 times, and it's such a good time.
Yeah, and so you talk about Garry Gonis there, local legend. It's actually really cool. He has an article written on him on the internet by the current mayor of Banff, who talks about how he's like the dude Lebowski. And you're not the first person to talk about Gary on the Peak Performer series that I've done.
Yeah.
So many people like Irene Poole and others have just said how Gary like did the same thing, just encourages them to get on stage. He's just an awesome guy. Does a lot for the community. So we're sitting here in front of the gazebo in Central Park in Banff, and next weekend is Harvest Festival, and Gary actually puts together a lot of the lineup for Harvest Festival here every year.
Yeah.
And you were at Harvest Festival last year, so tell us a bit about your experience there.
I was. I did play Harvest Festival last year. I think it was maybe the 5th or the 6th of September. It was great. It was nice to be outside. It was hot. Wasn't prepared for how just being in the beating sun, honestly. But we did. We played just here, and there was a really big crowd. And it was just nice to be outside, and it was such a welcoming environment. And I guess I've just played in restaurants and kind of breweries around here. So it was nice to be part of something a little bit bigger. And then I would have loved to have played this year, but I'm unfortunately going west to Vancouver Island, so I will miss that. Yeah, sadly.
Vancouver Island has a great music scene as well. Actually, the Rocky Mountain Live is connected to Live Victoria, and that's where these websites started. So it's a little tie in the island there, and that's where I began my journey as a promoter. Was down in Ucluelet and Tofino.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a great little scene down there. You'll love it.
So I should see if there's some open mics nights there.
You should. I could probably connect you to a couple open mic nights there, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, Carly's just trying to fit everything in here in her last month right now. So you played a lot of gigs around town. We see you at Canmore Brewing Company a lot.
Yeah.
Just various venues around both Canmore and Banff. So give some shout outs to some of the venues and promoters you worked with over the time here.
I love playing at Canmore Brewing. Susan is amazing, and the sound there is like unmatched, honestly. It's such a lovely gig because the sound and the foldback, like everything just makes the gig so much easier. And when I sing there and play there, like it just feels really nice and easy. And then I love playing at Three Bears. They obviously started me off, so it's sad to, I guess, do the last few gigs there. I've got one there today, 3 till 5, and then I think I've got 2 more before I leave. Played at Farm and Fire a few times on the Bison, and that's thanks to Steph Odette because they're her regular spots. And when she's away, she sends me a message, and it's really nice to go and play those venues. I've been playing at the Rimrock, which is amazing as well. I've played at Wildlife Distillery for I think their birthday bash, maybe last year, and that was awesome. That one's in Canmore too. Banff Social had me on every Monday for a long time, and they've just been having me when I've kind of been in and out of holidays this season, which has been great as well. Where else have I played in Banff? I feel like I've kind of been all over the shop. I played at the Fairmont once, and I guess the Fairmont and the Rimrock are thanks to Seagull Entertainment.
I think me and Jess saw you at Table as well.
Oh yes, we did. Yeah, the Coast Canmore, which was lovely too. Yeah, there's so many. I've just played at the Gondola outside on the patio, which up the Banff Gondola, and that was it's just, oh my gosh, the views up there are incredible. So it's a lovely backdrop and place to play. Yeah.
Yeah, so you are an Aussie musician, as we've all said, this is all about. So tell some people who are coming here on a working holiday visa, just like what it's like just to get involved in the music community, how easy it is when you come here as somebody who doesn't really know, you're just coming for a ski season and don't know the music community here. Just talk about the scene and how inviting it was.
Of course. I should also shout out the Beaver Bar at the Same Sun Hostel. I did forget that because they helped me immensely as well at the start. But honestly, like when you come here, I had no idea what the music scene would be like. I didn't even know if I could solo gig. And if you're coming here, you just go to those open mic nights. Like, let people see you. Go to the Same Sun, go to the Beaver Bar and let the bar staff see you. Go to Tommy's, let Garry see you. And there's so many people here willing to help as soon as they hear you. And, you know, you've got some potential. A lot of the gigs here compared to Australia are 2 hours, which I think when you're first starting out to do gigs seems like a much more manageable achievement than a 3-hour gig. 3 hours can seem a little bit daunting, but a lot of them are 2 hours here. And I found that helped a lot, not thinking that I had to do so much at the very start. But yeah, just get to those open mic nights. And there's a lot of OASA as well, is the organisation around here that helps a lot of musicians and creative arts in like all other forms as well. They've got a page, there's a Bow Valley Musicians page, there's an Instagram chat, even in the summer coming to the markets and playing. Like, you just got to let people see you. And it's really not as hard once you get out and do it. I feel like it seems very scary. I thought, God, there's no way I can get 2 hours worth of songs together and then, you know, take an hour out of your day and just start doing it, and it's great. And once you can get into the scene here, it's such a nice job to have. You can go and serve and do a lot of other things too, but if you love music, and all of the venues here are lovely, and it's a great job to have in the Bow Valley.
Yeah, for sure. And get your profile on Rocky Mountain Live.
Profile on Rocky Mountain Live.
We're brand new, but we're trying to help everybody as well and just get out to all those venues, right? And just get their name out here.
Yeah.
So we ask this to everybody we interview, what do you love most about performing live music?
I just love to sing. It's so simple. I just love to sing, and I just sing all the time at home. And if I finished a 3-hour gig or I've got a double like today and it's pretty much a 5-hour gig, I'll be packing up singing. like I just don't really get sick of it. I just love to sing, and playing guitar now and like being able to support myself rather than having to rely on someone has just been like such a satisfying thing to me. Like I really did achieve that goal, which is nice. And there's a lot of other things to work on now, but I just love to sing. There's not really anything too deep behind it, and you know, like people are always enjoying it, and that's obviously great as well. You know, get some claps and yeah, I just love it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for all the awesome performances. Jess and I, every time that we see you performing anywhere, we'll make our way out there if we're able to. So we appreciate all your great shows and just being such a great part of the music scene while you're here. And we'll always have your profile on Rocky Mountain Live to show about your time here in the Rockies.
I appreciate you too. I remember when we first met here for Mel's race
yeah.
on the 28th of September. I reckon
yeah.
that was last year. And then you came and told me about the website. And yeah, you guys have come to my gigs since then. It's so nice to see you guys come and have a chat. And yeah, thanks for the support.
Of course, that's what
And
we're
thanks
here
for
for.
supporting the music community. It's great.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what we're here for. So we hope that if you ever have friends come from Australia, just tell them to get involved with us when they're here. All right. Thanks, everybody. This has been another edition of the Peak Performer Series, live on location with Carly.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.